Once upon a time, in a village where every stone was gray and every heart beat with the steady rhythm of practicality, lived a weaver named Ilara. Her hands were swift, and her loom sang a rhythmic song from dawn until dusk. But Ilara's fabrics, though strong and warm, were as colorless as the winter sky. The villagers prized her work for its durability. "A cloak should keep out the cold, Ilara," they would say. "Beauty is for the birds and the bees." Ilara would nod, her eyes fixed on the plain, coarse wool, but deep down she felt a quiet emptiness, a longing for something more than just survival. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the jagged peaks, a strange breeze drifted through her open window. It wasn't the harsh mountain wind. It was a soft, shimmering current that smelled of jasmine and sea salt. It was the whispering wind, carrying secrets from far-off lands. "Ilara," it sighed, the sound like silk brushing against silk. "Why do you weave only the shadows of the world? Do you not see the light?" "The village values what is useful," Ilara replied, but the wind only sang louder. "But beauty is useful to the soul." It swirled around her, and in its misty touch, Ilara saw visions of emerald jungles and sapphire oceans that stretched to the horizon. She saw sunsets that bled gold and violet, and her heart, long dormant, began to ache with a newfound longing for the world's hidden colors. The next morning, Ilara did not reach for the gray wool. Instead, she wandered into the forest, guided by the memories of the wind. She gathered crushed pomegranate for crimson, indigo leaves for blue, and the golden pollen of lilies to bring the sun's glow to her threads. She boiled them in her hearth, the steam rising in vibrant ribbons. The house was no longer silent. It was filled with the scent of creation. Her loom began to dance. No longer a steady thrum, it hummed a melody of joy. She wove the secrets of the wind into her very first masterpiece. She wove the shimmer of the sea, the depth of the forest, and the warmth of the setting sun into a fabric that seemed to glow from within. When the villagers first saw her work, they were silent. They touched the vibrant threads with trembling fingers, as if touching a miracle. The gray cloaks were forgotten. In their place were garments that felt like dreams made tangible. The practical village had found its soul. The village was gray no longer. Color bloomed on every doorstep, and laughter replaced the steady rhythm of toil that had once ruled their lives. Ilara continued to weave, her hands guided by the whispering wind. She proved that while bread feeds the body, beauty feeds the spirit. They learned that a life without color is a life half-lived, and so the gray village became the most vibrant place in all the kingdom. And so they lived in a world as bright as the story she told, and as deep as the love she wove into every thread. They lived happily ever after, in a tapestry of light and wonder. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you find your own whispering wind today.